Thousands of federal inmates will soon be freed from prison. It's part of a plan to reduce sentences for nonviolent drug offenders and cut down on the prison population.
Paula Reid joins us now from Washington to talk all about this program. And Paula, first off, explain how the program works and who exactly is up for release.
Henry, your community is not going to be overrun with prisoners. Each state will get approximately 80 prisoners over the next several days. The program is for low-level, non-violent drug offenders currently serving harsh sentences, so up to 10 years. They could apply to get a modest reduction in their sentence. The average inmate got about 2 years shaved off his or her sentence and will get out over the next few days. Now, judges reviewed each of these applications. They rejected about 25% of them. But about 40,000 additional inmates could potentially qualify to get out a few years early.
Paula, this policy was adopted while Eric Holder was still the Attorney General. So what have prison officials been doing in the last year to get ready for this change?
You're right. The Department of Justice was given over a year to prepare. The biggest concern was whether or not probation officers and halfway houses, which are such a part of the reentry process, whether or not they'd be prepared for this historical influx of new inmates coming out of prison. So they've tried to staff up, and slowly they've actually been releasing prisoners. The policy officially goes into effect this weekend, but over the past year, about 77% of these people have already been released into the community, into halfway houses or home confinement. But again, their sentence is officially reduced over the next few days.
There have got to be concerns about cracks in the system, though. The last thing you would want is someone to get out with this program and then become involved in a violent crime. What are the chances that a violent offender could be released?
Well, it's always a concern when you release anyone from prison, but one of the requirements in order to get this relief is that you be a non-violent offender. So any incidents of violence on your record, even when you were in prison, could potentially disqualify you. Now, the real concern here is that a third of the people being released are not citizens, and they will be handed over to ICE for possible deportation proceedings. But as we all know, ICE has not always done a perfect job of keeping track of those individuals, especially those who commit crimes. So we've asked the Department of Justice repeatedly whether or not they have a system in place to make sure those 1,700 individuals are not released into communities and that they're handed over to ICE. They assure us they've been coordinating over the course of a year and that they're ready, but we'll see.
All right, Paula Reid reporting from Washington for us. Paula, thanks.